Hey everybody, David here. Kind of in a rush today. It's my Monday. I know it's Tuesday for the rest of the world. Some cool stuff happened yesterday in the crypto markets, and want to get into it. So today we're going to be looking. I'm almost done with my bot spreadsheet, by the way, and we're going to look at the markets and things like that. But first, our disclaimer. All right, welcome back. So let's see if I can get a little bit more light on my face so I'm not like in the dark. There we go. So what we're seeing here is the weekly, the daily, and the 12-hour. So I decided to do is just when I do these things, I'm just going to do what I do and I'm going to let you look over my shoulder. And I'm going to try to do this like during the day, like now, and then after work, because those are my two times. I'm not going to, if I'm doing potty time training, I'm not going to broadcast me in the throne room letting you watch me make decisions on my cell phone. But with bots, I'm not really doing potty time. Okay, I'm probably going to be doing some potty time training if we end up doing a bull run. Patreon subscribers will probably get that, but don't worry, I will not be taking you into the throne room with me. Although that's usually where I do those decision makings. Yeah, you can do stuff like that. It's kind of a lot of fun, but all right, I don't have a lot of time, so let's get into this. So I'm working with bots specifically right now, and my spreadsheet is about to be released to the Patreon subscriber. Uh, who knows, right? And I've decided to just keep broadcasting this to multiple channels for now. Simply because there's some person out there on Twitch that is tuning in. So I don't know who they are. Shout out to them. You have been noticed, right? Um, anyway, so I'm going to focus on XRP. The reason why XRP, I'm probably going to repeat things because there's going to be new people watching this stuff. Not actually everyone's going to go back to watch the other stuff until I like go through it and pay people to cut it up and make it nice and clean and all that cool stuff. But until then, we're just going to do the live stuff, create the content, and you can learn by osmosis. Some of this stuff on the weekends, Sundays and Mondays are my days off. So when I'm doing those, I'll probably be on for extended periods of time. Have your notepad ready, take some notes, and and try some stuff. Okay. My to-do list, all that sort of stuff. I'm going through it again. I'm going to be posting that on Patreon soon. Right now, there's really not much of anything on Patreon. My subscribers there, that's their way of saying, wow, David, thank you. And it's only $5 a month. So, hey, rather than charging you $3,000 for a course or whatever, I'm just like, I'd rather build up a subscribership, a community, because it's about empowering you. All right, there's my sales pitch. So why XRP? Why XRP is because the big money in the United States is not rolling money in and out of XRP. XRP is kind of doing its own thing. I mean, it's impacted by the overall market stuff, but it's holding its own because hedge fund, if the SEC of the US says something that the hedge fund people don't like, they just take their money out because they're scared. And I think they have an insider tracked news, right? And then they move money back in. And then there's some of them that are just waiting for the dip and then they buy. And a lot of folks were buying over the last dip in the bank. The first thing they did is they wait for everyone to move their money out, right? Right now, look at this. It's like everything's like XRP strong sell, right? Sell, 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 right? I love this little meter here that's usually telling me, oh, now's not a bad time to buy, buy, buy. But that's just me, not financial advice, right? Read the screen. All right, weekly, what do we have happening here? Well, we've kind of got a downward trend. It's kind of following along the middle Bollinger Band going down. How low could it go? Well, Um, it dipped down to after the first of the year down to 30 cents. So are we trending back down there? Yeah, we probably are. Why? A lot of this is pending the SEC. There's a legal case with Ripple suing the SEC. So there's all this uncertainty. All right. I don't really care about that. I mean, I do, but it's all really cool. Um, you know, accumulating it might be something interesting. So here is the daily. So here something happened. This is where I started my bot automatically, and it made some money, and I think it got out yesterday somewhere around here. Anyway, made some money. Well, my other bots closed out too. I think I made not quite $400 on that one. It was kind of cool. I was stuck in that one. Don't be impressed. I was stuck in that one for 21 days. Thank you, the bank thing, whatever that was about. That was an Ethereum bot, and it was at low leverage 3x. So, how to do the bots, setting up the bots, all that sort of stuff. I'll be doing some training, probably privately. I already did one privately to a private group, and I'm probably going to maybe focus in on the actual bot training because it's pretty easy and straightforward. It's doing set up the bots, and once I have that made up, I'll probably be making that available to Patreon subscribers too. Again, right now it's not immediately available, but why wait? Support your content creator. So this is the 12 hour. So what happened here, right? Well, this was a news announcement where the United States government says we're going to bail this bank out and everyone's going to get their money. All right, everyone's excited. Boom. It's kind of cool. But so this is telling me that while this is to me this is like projecting up, right? Projecting up. See over here, we went as high as 40 cents. So guess what? This is telling me that it wants to go up. Will it go up? No, be honest, nobody knows because who knows? Maybe the SEC will make some announcement or some lawyer will make some announcement, and then it just the market's very sensitive. What you've got to do is be ready for those cycles and changes. And if you get stuck in something, your plan needs to have accounted for surviving whatever the unknown was that hit. So that all that charts look really, really good, but let's look at where our decision-making charts are, right? This is where I come to make decisions. So right now I'm like, everything's kind of an uptrend, but the bigger trend is a downtrend, but that's weeks away, right? But right now I know the market wants to go up. So what are we looking at here? This is the 6 hour, and we're like, well, it's wanting to go up. It looked this to me tells me it's kind of like losing steam. And what are these red candles, Dave? What are these red candles? Those are people taking profits. You can always count on people taking profits. When they take profits, it causes a little bit of a dip. These are cycles. This is part of the psychology, right? Even without the news reports, is there a news report here? We can look at that. We'll take a look at it here in just a second. But that's what I'm seeing here on the 6 hour. On the 3 hour, this is more interesting to me because the 3 hour kind of gives me a little bit better idea. If you also, what are those red lines, David? Well, those are called point of control. It's a very special indicator. It's it's really, I don't know. It's helpful in a lot. I'm not going to get into it. You have to be on the premium plan, I think, to have access to it, or a plan. It's a specialty volume indicator. So what is this telling me? Well, I'm seeing this thing kind of trailing along the Bollinger Band going up, and right now it hit some peaks, didn't quite hit 39. Um, so it just peaked up. People started taking profits. It's bottoming out right here. It's bottoming out right here, right? The MACD is telling me it's kind of we're about. We notice it didn't go into red. This last cycle didn't go red, right? So this is telling me there's strength happening in the market. That's my interpretation of it. Um, let's go over here. This is the hourly. Now, the hourly is kind of what I look at when I'm saying of a bot. So, this thing dipped all the way down here, right? So my current bot is set up to get in somewhere around here, right about there. And I was hoping it was going to dip. In the last 2 days, it hasn't dipped. So I haven't been in. It happens. Could I have just said, oh, I could have got in here and done that? Yeah, I could have done that. I would have made some money, right? And I could have reset the bots last night to go where I thought it might have been, which I probably would have set it probably around here, right? But I didn't want to because it was just too new. I'm a little gun shy sometimes, so I'm more cautious than I used to be a couple years ago. But look, it's coming down, but notice this Bollinger Band is lower, so where is this gonna go? It's probably gonna come back and it's gonna test 36. So I'll probably set up a start bot trap tonight, depending on what happens. I'll be looking at this again after work, and I get off at 11:30 at night. Somewhere around midnight, 1 o'clock-ish is I'll be looking at this, and I'll be setting my bot up around that time, or during the potty time break, depending on what I see. Most likely, I'll be setting up the bot to start at maybe 36:13. Why? Well, I know it wants to test 36, but I want to get in. I don't have to guess the exact bottom because here's what happens with a bot. That's where it starts. And if it dips down like it probably will, it's gonna, the bot's just gonna buy, and it comes back, it's gonna sell, 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 buy, sell, 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 buy, sell, 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 buy. I can't do that as an active trader, and it does it 24/7 while I'm sleeping. And then sometime it's gonna like do this, whatever, it's gonna be new, whatever. It could be 24 hours, it could be whatever, but it's gonna come back up and retest 37, 38, 30, not 39, right? And then if I want the easy money, what I call low-hanging fruit, it's gonna come up to the middle Bollinger Band. That's a good place to get out. Now, if I was actively trading, I'd probably, like, get out half my position there and let the other half ride and just get out more here, and then just get out. But that takes being there and focusing or setting alerts, and a lot of stuff I can't do. The reason why I've explained in there because of impairments related to long COVID. So I've accepted it, right? Although if we go into a bull run, even with impairments, I'll probably do some active trading along with the bots because why not? It's just because I can get huge ROIs per trade and leapfrog my plan. Let's see how much time we got. I got a couple minutes left. So anyway, so what am I seeing down here? We had a cross over here, right? So short sellers were waiting for that. They probably jumped in with short selling pressure, and that's why we're seeing this thing going extending down. You're going to see this. See over here on the 30-minute. See how this is rounding out, right? Right. Why was this nicely rounding ahead? We had this leap down. Well, we had this leap down because this leap down is right after this cross here because there's a lot of folks trade on the MACD, right? And does that mean you should trade on the MACD? No, you should be aware of what and why what you're seeing is what you're seeing, right? The 30-minute thing, the MFI is coming down towards the bottom. This is kind of low. So I think it's going to keep going down. It projected down, right? So we're going to see this happening probably throughout the day till it gets to about here. And then all sorts of spots are going to start tripping off, whatever, throughout the night. It might be going up and down. It might spike down hard. Don't know. Nobody knows. You need to really realize that just because the chart looks like it's going, because we're visual as human beings, it means absolutely nothing in terms of reality because there could be a news post, there could be, Elon could make a post, China could say a war could break out somewhere. Who knows? And it'll impact the markets in either a positive or negative way. And so bots are kind of cool because you're like straddling an entire grid. So no matter what happens, you're going to get a piece of it, and it's always going to serve you in some way. Can you get rich doing that? Matter of fact, you can. We'll look at that here in a second. There used to be a button over on the side, but I noticed this little purple button showing up in the charts. I was like, what is this? And there's my news. I can click on this and just say what's going on. Binance halts GDP deposits and withdrawals. Ooh, that's kind of negative. What's that about? That's the British pound, isn't that? GDP ex Ripple advisor appointed by Fed to watch over failed Silicon Valley Bank. All right, so there's nothing really exciting about. If there was something interesting about Ripple, that would be at the top here, right? So anyway, this is just kind of efficiency. Go away. All right. So there's the market overview. Um, and I also showed you where I will probably set up my bots. Why don't I set up my bots now? Well, I could do it, right? It's going down, so I would probably wait till it's done bottoming out. Uh, Patience is profit. In fact, this is a good time for me to play my affirmations. You're going to see this a lot. These are the things that I say to myself depending on what I'm dealing with in the world and in the market. These are, call them mantras, affirmations, whatever you want. Make note of them, replay them, take them as a clip if you want to. If you're feeling discouraged about anything, just play the clip. Anyway, here it is. All right, so I'm not going to explain all that. LHF is low hanging fruit. So if you have scarcity and abundance, you stay in trades or stuff too long because you want to maximize. You don't need to maximize. Take the easy money, reset, start again. Take the easy money, restart, start again. Now if the market's running hot and wild, then go ahead. Just be greedy. It's all right. It's fine. If the data is representing that, it's one thing to have to reach for the money. It's another thing to say, you know what, I just need another minute and I'll just double my money or triple my money. So wait the extra minute. You won't know when or how to do that until you're doing it. So I can't teach you that. I can just give you I can make you aware that you will get there. And then even once you're there, you're going to mess it up. You're going to get greedy. I've gotten greedy and it's costing me a couple percentage points. All right, let's take a look at the tools that are soon going to be available. I'm going to show you one. I did deep dive in this yesterday. Hopefully on the YouTube channel, YouTube will auto indexes and stuff. So you'll be able to actually go to wherever you want. I was live for like 3 hours yesterday. It was kind of cool. I went into a lot of personal information and stuff. But this is not the spreadsheet I wanted to show you. Wondering what's possible. This is not the spreadsheet I wanted to show you. All right, so I have a lotto calculator. Anyway, I'm going to make that available probably later today. And I did deep dive into it yesterday, so I'm not going to repeat that. But this is I'm soon to re-release this. Nobody has this, and I know Cindy's probably chomping at the bit to get her hands on this. But she's as good a trader as I am, okay, or if not better. She's got skills, and maybe we'll get her on for an interview or something. We'll see. So this is just what I use as a guide, right? So I have $106 left to complete mission 1. Okay. Yeah, I know. If you watch the other stuff, this is kind of repeat for new people. This is new. I'm going to go fast today because I literally have to wrap this up in a couple minutes. So cycles, this is real data. Okay. Except for you can't see it all because it's cut off. So I developed this for myself. And I've been making it pretty, and I'm going to make it available so you can't mess up the spread. If you ever get one of my spreadsheets and you mess it up, you have these, you just go backwards, undo screens. Okay. One of the issues is if I wipe this out, I get a division by 0 up here. So I need to put in some if statements and then protect those so you don't actually wipe them out. But anyway, it's just a great little tool, and so this just, you know, I do some I last few days over my weekend, I did some deep dives into this, but this is the spreadsheet. And so this estimate APR, this is my way of telling, am I dialing it in? I'm getting better. I don't have a bot trading system in place yet. I got one for low leverage futures trading. I have one for high leverage future trading. And then there's a toolbox for depending on what happens with the market of things you can do. Some of the shit is pretty risky stuff. And if you not, but this whole bot thing is, I'm dealing with long COVID impairments. So this is my way of like, okay, I can't grow as hard and fast until there's a bull market. I'm not cogitating as well as I'd like to. So how can I compensate for that? Well, I'm going back to, how does this serve me? What's the purpose of this? To me, it's like the universe is saying, David, go, you've wanted to do the bots thing because it runs 24/7. Now's the time to do it. I'm forcing you to do it. I'm forcing you to do the bots. The rest of the world isn't ready to learn what you know how to do with the fast trading. I mean, Cindy is, some people may have played with it, but it's too scary. It's just too much. And so while I work out the training programs for those, anyone I think can do the bots because it's just really, really easy. So that's going to be the new starting point for DDTC. All right. It's all the same golf swing in my world. Great. So let's explore cycles. So one of the things I ran into while I was demoing this is if we went to a low percentage ROI to figure out a cycle, there wasn't enough room to see what would happen. Now this is crazy. This is 0.01% ROI. I don't think I could make that little money even with bots. I just don't think I could ever do it. I don't think I've in 2 years I've ever done that little ROI. So, but even with that, and why did I do this? So, because there's 2 things you need to see. You need to see it's possible based on the real data that you do when you start experimenting, because you're not gonna start at my skill level, right? But you're gonna take my framework and you're gonna start some stuff, you're gonna get some feedback, and you're gonna see your real results. You're gonna plug in here, and from that, from your real results, we can see the light at the end of the tunnel with your numbers. Not my numbers, not Cindy's numbers, not anyone else's numbers, your numbers. Yeah, that's what I'm all about. It's about your empowerment. All right, I can't go off on a tangent like that. But anyway, point oh 0.01, can this happen? This is also good because you could put in whatever interest rate your ROI is for your bank CD, your bank account, whatever your investment portfolio is, whatever, and you can actually see how long it's gonna take for you to double your money. So in this case, I really had to add a lot, right? It took it would take until February 2042. It would take 6,931 cycles to double your money at that. Yeah, it kinda sucks. What about, "Hey, my bank CD, they've offered me 4%." Alright, take a look at that. Better, right? It'll take you is that 4%? Oh, this is compounding. No, this is oh, this is okay, they're offering you 4% APR. That's a different spreadsheet. I'm like, "No way does a CD perform this well." Maybe I need to drop in another, hold on, what is 4% divided by 365? And it doesn't compound. It is that one that is that point oh 0.01, oddly, it's 0.010095, so it's basically point zero 0.01, so I take this back. If it was compounding, that would be great to do CDs, but this is really what a bank CD that's 4% APR, annual percentage rate versus ROI, and this is compounded daily, so you know what? You know what this would be? This would be 4%. We can do this with this spreadsheet. Hold on a second here. Not 400%. 4%, and the cycle is 365 days. It compounds. Knew there was a reason why I had that there. We can do this. It'll take you to 2020, 2040 roughly to double your money. So bank CDs is a great way to perpetuate wealth, keep your money working, right? Almost everything in America is designed to perpetuate wealth, but not to make you wealthy, just so you know. All right. So this is daily cycles. Anyway, this allows you to explore what's possible. It's a big thing. If you can't see the light at the end of the tunnel, you're not going to do it, right? So right now, if I look at my real data, do I have enough time for this? God, I do and I don't. My average daily, including being stuck in some bot trades for 4 days, was 2.28%. That's my real number. You'll get your real number, right? 2.28%. All right. So it should take me roughly 30 days starting. I got 3 more days to be if I can keep the average. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to keep the average, but it's probably gonna be done within 60 days, I'm pretty certain. But let's say I successfully complete this within 36 days. That's my guess. I'm just eyeballing it, right? And I've done it. Once I've done it, I'll have the real data, right? Which means all I have to do is just keep that cadence going, right? Same golf swing. But I wanna use real data. I can guesstimate to start out with, and then as I get more information, I dial it in, right? So let's just say it's 36 days. So what happens with mission? So you wanna know when you're gonna become a millionaire roughly, right? February 9th, 2024, starting with well, this is not correct because this bot that I started with $250. Mission 1 is to go to 500. I'm $106 away, right? On a daily basis, I need to gain $7.87 to make it work. I've been doing better than that. That's with a 2% ROI. I'll be doing deep dives in that when I actually do the training and stuff. But okay, so um, March 22nd. So yeah, I think I might be able to get that done by then. So I'll cross the millionaire threshold if I keep this. If I don't get any better, and I usually get better, I'll cross that cadence at April 21st, 2024, give or take. Okay, the key word here is guesstimate. It's not about my numbers, it's about your number. And the reason why see, it says exploring cycles, exploring missions. This is for you to get your hands on this and explore until you get to the point like, wow, I could do this. When your brain goes, oh shit, I could probably do this, then we are starting to a place where you actually can. Right now, you're just saying, oh, well, David can do it. Obviously he can do it, or it looks like he can do it. But can I do it? Well, you're not going to know till you got this spreadsheet and I show you how to set up a bot, and then you start doing it and you make mistakes, and the odds of you being liquidated in this process is so low. Doesn't mean it's not possible, right? Anything's possible. But then you get your data. You start filling this out with your information, and then we get this information based on what you're able to do. And based on everything that I've seen in the last 2 years, you will just simply get better the more you do it, right? Like practicing it, you just get better. All these spreadsheets, I haven't factored in you getting better. So based on what you actually do, that's all it means. Bull market starts happening, all these numbers will be crap because I can tell you I've gotten 12, 15% ROI in 15 minutes during bull runs using bots without leverage. That was a couple of years ago. So that's what this is about. And then when you complete missions, I threw this in here, you can start tracking your missions. So I have a place, it's literally a little business plan. Okay, I completed mission 1. When you complete it, it'll calculate the days that whenever you start, maybe take a week off, a month, you start your next mission, boom, you just track it on your way up. If it takes you 2 years, so what? Seriously, so what? Or let's say you have absolutely nothing to do all day long and you're taking advantage of the 3 times a day when the market's open and close, right? I'll be discussing that. And then you'll be doing 3 times as well as I'm doing. And there's different leverage. You can go up to 10x leverage. Everything that you're seeing here, wait a second, here it is. Most except for one, so it's 5x leverage. Why? Because this is really the sweet spot in terms of not having really high risk. 3x is almost like so boring. It'll take you 60 days to double your money at 3x. How do I know that? Well, I've done it. That was one of my first tests. I call it Homeless David 1.0. All right, I've got to wrap this up right now. I hope this was interesting to you. Um, but yeah, I've showed you. Okay, the other question is, well, David, you mentioned somewhere along that line, can you do this with $5? Well, yeah. The problem is with crypto, you can start with 0 or $5, but bots, I think the lowest you can probably do is like $50 or $60. But yeah, you can do it from 0 because they'll loan you $5, or you can throw in $5 or $15 and get started. Does it pencil? Yeah, it does. If you're doing, if you learn how to do high leverage trading, my first mission 1 was 6 days. My initial test with high leverage trading. That was at 100x. I have access to 200x. I just can't do it right now. So on that cycle, yeah, I could that's how fast you could do it. If you had absolutely nothing better to do, you could maintain focus and you mastered the basics of that concept and you knew exactly the golf swing you were looking for. And I happen to know exactly what that is. Um, Actually, I did this with potty time training. I went to mission actually halfway in between there, right? I'm moving that mission over to bots, by the way, but it's low leverage stuff. But late June, you could cross that $1 million mark. So yeah, that's why I say crypto because any other option for anything, you have to start with at least $100 plus other stuff. With crypto, you can start with 0, literally 0. And I have a little game. If you have no money at all, you can get money by just sitting through some training and learning about crypto. It's called learning to earn, and then you sell that to get your $5. I mean, it's crazy. I want to unlock the ability for a homeless person to be able to do this stuff even without having an ID, and it's still possible. I have a whole video about your rights as a US citizen if you're a US person watching this stuff. So, I'm resetting the spreadsheet. This is all I've got for you today because I've got a job like everyone else, and I've got to go like finish getting dressed and go do it. If you need to rewatch this, please do it on YouTube because that helps me because that's where I'm going to be concentrating, growing an audience there, and the links and all that are in the description. So I'll just do my wrap up stuff. Some of this stuff is kind of cute. I think it's kind of cute. So anyway. So I do that because we're going to be going into relationships because if you have crappy relationships or you need to recreate your relationship, bad relationships will destroy your future. Doesn't matter how much money you've got. You doubt that, just go revisit the Johnny Depp saga. Just wow, that's what happens when you got a lot of money. You get dragged to court. So if you're broke and you're having to break up, be glad you don't have a lot of money. If you doubt that, just go rewatch what happened there. And then there's the whole health and wealth thing. So what good is wealth if you don't have your health? And I kind of support that. That's Diana's thing, the Octavia goddess. I don't know if that information's in there. You can go find her on Facebook. She's cute. There's a great little video I did for her that's pinned at the top of her Facebook page. It's Optavia goddess or Optavia goddess Diana. You can find her. Maybe I should put her link in the thing. So I should do that. I'll need to, maybe it already is. I don't know. I'll check it out. So, we want to conquer the world in a positive way. We need to train the new billionaires, the new leaders, the new millionaires to be good stewards. So that's what this little clip is about. So why Patreon is a good question. Well, my first goal is 3,333 subscribers. That will basically free up my time so I can emphasize this. If you want to retire me early, I need 33,333, and then I can just like quit my job tomorrow. And then this is my job. This is my life mission moving forward. And then within that, we will concentrate on content. We can outsource content development. We can outsource taking the videos I've made, cleaning it up, turning it into training systems. I can do live coaching day to day. I mean, that's what's on the table. This is why I'm not charging 3,000 or 30,000 or actually I calculated out $333,331.33. That's what all of you actually owe me if you complete a mission 20 based on what I'm training you how to do. But I don't really it's just for fun. Once you learn this stuff, you're empowered. And I talk about what empowerment is and isn't. Maybe I'll do a short so that it's not so long, so you can learn about empowerment and what this is about and the DDTC mission and stuff. And I'll be doing that. But if you just want the big overview, that's the big overview. Right now, please help me build out the YouTube channel because what's cool about that is if there's enough people watching and subscribing there, right, whether I'm live or not, that'll monetize eventually where you're actually helping support the mission just by tuning in and watching it there. So that's why, if you want to know why YouTube, that's why YouTube. Okay. And so, do this. All right. So I do have a little thing that's dealing with Diana. You'll get to see kind of her face. It's a cute thing. Usually when I do a video for her, I start off with this. So if you're wanting health or you need to become more efficient in your nutrition, blah, 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 she's got an excellent program. It's what I'm doing. And anyway, it's not really a sales pitch. It's just what we're doing because we decided to take health seriously last year because like, wow, this crypto stuff works. It's kind of cool. I think that's cute because it really is not her personality. It's more my personality. And, on Facebook, I got a pin. She's got this like little 1 minute thing that shows what her and her sister accomplished last year in like less than 6 months. And it is mind blowing. It brings tears to my eyes every time I watch it. And what I need to do is I need to figure a way of uploading it here. So I just click on it and just share it with you. And then for those that resonates with, you can go after it. All right, everyone, have a great day. I will try to click in tonight, see where things are. We'll talk about bots again and what I've decided to do. And, if anyone's got questions, hit me up probably best place to do is on Facebook, or Patreon. And, anyway, I'm working on I'm gonna create a form where questions can be submitted, and it'll send me an alert. Anyway, I'm working on it. We're getting there. Everyone have a great day. We'll catch up with you probably later tonight.